Good morning, welcome to Tuesday, June the 1st. It's Tuesday after the long weekend, Memorial Day weekend. I hope you guys had a good one. Mine was pretty good considering the fact we had mostly rain in the forecast. It was mostly raining. There wasn't a whole lot of sunshine, no barbecues for real, but I still had a pretty awesome weekend. I went and saw that new movie, A Quiet Place 2. That shit was like that. And I even got a beach day yesterday, so that was pretty good. But I spent a lot of time reflecting and just thinking and being inspired for things. I'm gonna share a lot of that with you guys today. There were videos that I had filmed for Joe Does Stuff, but I decided not to upload them because I didn't think that they were strong enough. And I like that. I like that I'm not willing to just upload any old videos. I wanna make this channel awesome. I'm inspired by other vlog channels that are really just doing it. I'll give you one example, Whistle and Diesel. I like that dude. And that dude just does a lot of cool shit. Well, I want to be able to do cool shit, and I want to be able to share that with you guys. So that's one little inspiring thing right there that I want to start with. We got a busy day today. A lot is going on. A lot has transpired. Folks, we just had the inspection over at the Flip House, and let me tell you, there is quite a bit to talk about in relation to that. So I'm on my way to go pick up Damon. We got landscape today. We got to meet over at the Flip House for something important this morning. So let me get this rocking and rolling, and I'll talk with you guys in just a little bit and share all of this excitement with you guys. Hey now, so we're just getting over to the Flip House. Haven't been over here in a little bit. A little bit of debris. Obviously they spent some time up in the attic. Oh yes, they did. All right, I'm just doing a quick little check on this place. All right, so here's the dilly. Thursday was supposed to be the inspection. It ended up getting postponed until Friday. Friday was the inspection. I was filming videos for After Prison Show. When I knew that the inspection was taking place, the inspection was supposed to take place at 9 o'clock. So I'm filming videos. I get a phone call. It's from my realtors. They're like, hey, small little hiccup. Oh, you gotta love that. The gas is off over here. The gas is not turned on over here. And I said, yeah, nobody lives in the house, so, the gas is off. They were like, well, the gas needs to be turned on for the inspection. And even though there's only one thing in this house that runs off the gas, which is the heat, it makes sense. So currently on this Tuesday, June the 1st, we are over here at like 8:15 waiting on the gas company to show up to cut the gas on. They're supposed to be here between 8 and 10. I certainly hope to hear sooner than later because we've got the landscape work to be done. Now, even though the gas was not turned on and they're telling me that I've got to pay for the re-inspect, but all that's supposed to be is for this guy to come back out here and just test the heat. We have already received the report from the inspection. We've already received what needs to be repaired and basically the overall synopsis of this house. And you're gonna be surprised to hear possibly that everything is fine. Most everything is fine. AC works great, appliances work great, kitchen, great, laundry area, great, water cutoffs, water supplies, temperatures on the AC, all appliances, all outlets, everything is great. Now, with that, like I had mentioned previous, I think I mentioned it previous, when you're doing a home inspection, of course they're gonna mention things. The roof on this house is older. They say the shingles are brittle and they'll start to break. They said, but you probably still got 3 to 5 years left on the roof. So that's a good thing. They mentioned the HVAC system, which I thought, because it looks brand new. They mentioned the age of the HVAC system. The heat pump outside is from 2011. That sucker is 10 years old. The air handler in the attic looks pristine. And don't let me forget to tell you the story of the HVAC system from my house when the HVAC broke and what happened. Crazy, crazy story. So what else did they mention over here? There are some things that they want addressed. There's definitely some things that they want addressed, and I'll share that with you guys in a moment. They mentioned the front deck. Definitely mentioned that. I'm gonna share this picture with you guys right here. This is from the actual home inspection and how handrails should be installed. But they're not going to be installed. It's a safety concern for children, for small children. And I don't think that the people buying the house, the guy buying the house, I don't think that he has children, so, or if he does, you know, he's not concerned about that. Or I don't want it to sound like that. He's just not asking for the handrails to be installed. And I'm hoping that his realtor told him, hey, look, you know, they're gonna mention a lot of trivial shit on this home inspection. We don't go asking for everything, which they didn't. They didn't ask for everything. So I'm grateful for that. Another thing that they mentioned was with the over the range, the microwave, the exhaust, and how the exhaust on this microwave blows out right here. Now there's 3 ways for the exhaust to blow out. We mentioned that when we installed this. It can be, I think, you know, back out at you. It can be up or it can be back. And in both of those 2 cases, that's when it connects to ventilation and it's vented outside. This is, I don't know what you call this type of venting. But anyways, on the home inspection, they mentioned that that type of venting right there, they said nowadays most all microwaves can be vented back or up. And they said, and if you're venting it internally, or maybe something like that, that's the cheap way, or the cheap way to do it. I don't have ventilation for the microwave, so I'm not doing that. And I don't care if they say that that's cheap or not, but anyways, there was no mention of me adding that additional ventilation to the microwave, so there's that. But anyways, what are they asking to be done? So there is a vent, some kind of a flute that is on the air handler in the attic that doesn't have the proper slope to it. Now, I don't even understand why this thing needs to be sloped if heat rises regardless. They said that it's level, so it does need to have a little bit of pitch to it. They're asking for that. That's no big deal at all. We're gonna be able to do that real easy. There's some wiring underneath of the house that is not, that it's just hanging. I don't know if this is old wiring. I don't know if this is new wire, but it's not attached to any of the joist underneath. That's a real simple fix right there. I've seen that wire. I think it's only like 1 wire at that. Simple fix there. They're asking for the chimney. There's no chimney cap on there. We can definitely do that. They sell those at Lowe's for anywhere between $20 to $60. You can buy a universal chimney cap. They want a chimney cap put on, that way no rodents can get down the chimney. So those are 3 things right there. There's like 4 or 5 in total. What's the other things that they were asking for? I said that I was gonna do all of the repairs, so there is that. Oh, the toilet in the bathroom, they said is loose. He said the toilet's loose, so is it? I don't think the toilet's loose. The back bowl is loose. Okay, no big deal there. We'll tighten the back toilet bowl, or the back toilet basin. So that's what's loose. That bottom piece ain't loose at all. No big deal there. Easy fix. Cover all exposed electrical connections in the attic above the kitchen. Okay, that's something that I didn't even see because that's way over here. That's behind the air handler, and that's a bitch to get to. But I'm gonna show you this picture right here where the first electrician was cutting out, or in that floor in the attic to start running the new electrical. That was left just not the way that it needed to be left. There's a picture right here I'll show you guys of what they saw up there. I didn't even see that. Had I seen that, I would have had that corrected, but I didn't. So easy fix right there. We'll get that knocked out. So the toilet, that electrical stuff, secure the loose hanging wire in the crawl space. We talked about that already. Correct the flue rise issue in the attic so that it vents properly as code requires. Easy deal there. And then install chimney cap on the chimney. Those are the only things that they're asking for, 5 things. And again, they could have asked for the microwave. They could have asked for the railing on the front, which I wouldn't have done either one of those 2 things. So I'm glad that that's where we are with that. But I've got no problem making those repairs. Anything that's code related, I mean, you have to do that. And I don't mind those things at all. So isn't that crazy to think, like everything that's been done in this house, and I might not know everything that I'm doing, but I'm trying to learn it as I'm doing it. Yo, we've not only passed a building inspection, we've passed a home inspection as well. So yo, I'm so happy with all of that. We're 1 step closer to having this house sold, and that's a really great thing. Okay, one final thing that I want to share with you guys before we move on. There's so much going on. Knock out the landscape work. We just had a bunch of rain, so that's going to be great when you get the grass cut over here as well. I want to give you guys one little hack that I found, and maybe somebody finds this interesting. When it comes to paintbrushes are super expensive. If you go to Home Depot, you can get the cheapest paintbrushes they make, and them things are super cheap. You'll be painting and the bristles will be coming out, and that's such a pain in the ass. You know, good paintbrushes are sometimes like $20 a piece. It is hard to find good paintbrushes. And then to think about a paintbrush bundle, what? You ain't never gonna find that, not for the low. But if you ever need paintbrushes, you're painting your house and you're looking for good paintbrushes, these aren't the best, but they're definitely good enough. I've done plenty of painting with these paintbrushes with minimal bristle loss as you're painting. I mean, you will have 1 or 2 bristles, especially if you're doing a whole bunch of painting. But if you're looking for really good paintbrushes, the best paintbrush bang for the buck and the bundle pack, don't look at Home Depot, don't look at Lowe's, look no further than the Value Painter 5-brush bundle pack for all paints. This is not a plug neither, I just wanted to share this with you guys because maybe a lot of people don't know about this. Yo, Target. I was trying to do that ASMR like. Guess how much this is? 5 paintbrushes. $7.99. Yo, you ain't never gonna find no better deal than this right here. If you ever wondered, Joe, where do you get all your paintbrushes? Not all of them, but if I'm ever there, I always pick up a bundle pack because they're gonna come in handy at one point or another. Great for doing cabinets, great for doing trim work. Yo, go get you that Value Painter 5-pack at Target for $7.99. All right, it's 8:30. Where is the gas company? Gas company, bring your ass. They probably won't be here till 10 o'clock. All right, 9:20 in the morning and got everything loaded up landscape-wise. Almost back to the flip house now. Haven't heard from the gas company. They told me over the phone when I was setting this up that they would call me 30 minutes in advance to let me know they were on their way. Hopefully they just forgot to call and they've already been there. That would be great. So just got gas, $73 in gas for landscape and also for the truck, mostly the truck though. And almost got in a nice little accident on the interstate. Somebody dropped a whole roll of padding for carpet. And I mean, this shit comes out of nowhere. And all of the cars that were around me when this took place were all swerving to try to miss that. And I can only imagine that somebody, you know, God forbid, hopefully everybody was able to miss that. But like I said, that shit comes out of nowhere on the interstate. Hopefully they get that situation squared away. I saw the company where the shit fell out of their van probably a mile down the road. I think somebody had caught up to them and had them and got them to pull over and told them, hey, look, you just probably killed somebody on the interstate. Oh, look, the gas company is at the flip house. That's perfect. Oh, fun. So the things that you think are gonna be not so bad, sometimes they turn out to be like pulling teeth. So I pull up and the gas company is at the flip house, and turns out the guy's like, oh, I gotta wait for the other guy to show up because he's the one who's got the work order. I'm like, okay, cool deal, no problem there. And this guy takes frickin' forever to show up, and turns out guy number 1 is training, but neither here nor there. Good for this guy for wanting to work, because not a lot of people are working these days. But shout out to this guy for wanting to work though, because it don't seem like nobody's wanting to work. And in fact, just like there's a shortage with everything else, I just saw that there's a shortage on carpenters. Might not be a bad time to open up a construction business. But anyways, they come in and they start working on stuff. And of course, the new guy, he wants to ask a million questions about everything, and you know, he's trying to learn his job. But this guy's almost doing an inspection in the house, and the only thing that we got gas is just this heat pump up in the attic. So he's like, well, is that supposed to be like that? Can that be like that? I'm like, yo, man, hey, just cut the gas on. We've already been through 2 inspections. I don't need the new guy trying to get some stripes. It's almost like a rookie guard trying to make lieutenant overnight on the first day. Dude, just cut the gas on, man. I got places I gotta be. I'm supposed to be taking care of the landscape job. So right now they're still over there. It's 10:40 in the morning, of course it is. And this has already taken 40 minutes too long. and I got to go pick up a chainsaw blade and some more fuel for the 2-stroke. So I'm going to do that, and hopefully by the time I get back, they're done, and then we can shoot over to the landscape job. But good deal. We'll get her done. We will get her done. I don't even know. Well, I can tell you what I'm getting ready to tell you is probably only going to make things even more difficult. So I pulled back up to the house. I went to Lowe's to go get 2-cycle fuel and another 18-inch chain for our chainsaw. And I just had a funny feeling about this stickler new dude who was really just, I don't know. I mean, he ain't doing nothing but doing his job. But anyways, I just had a funny feeling about the situation, and I pull back up, and Damon comes handing me a red tag, and I'm like, what is this? And he says they ain't gonna cut the gas on because supposedly there's a leak somewhere. And you know, the gas was on over at that property for the longest time, and we never had no gas leak. So all of a sudden, and you know what it is when they were wrenching on that shit. I guarantee you that's where the leak is at, because they were super wrenching that shit. But anyways, let me get past this big 18-wheeler. They hand me this red tag and they say they're not going to cut the gas on. I need to get a plumber out there. All I can think about is how much that's going to cost me to pressure test and do and find out where the leak is. I snizzapped on these dudes. I snapped something decent. I was like, yo, you was just dying to find something on your first day, you rookie, trying to get you some stripes. I don't say that to be all big and bad. Joe's got an attitude problem, and when shit don't go right, I'm gonna be quick to let you know. So whatever. I guarantee when I go to try to get the gas cut back on, they're gonna be real sticklers about it. Now there was another dude out there talking about, yeah, just tell him it was me. Just tell him it was me. I was like, okay, well, I'll do that, because you were supposed to call me 30 minutes prior to showing up, and you never did that, but that's just neither here nor there. Oh, they're gonna be such dicks when it comes to getting them back out here. And how much is that gonna cost, trying to get a plumber out there? Do I even need to get a plumber out there to do this? Is this something that we can't just fix? You know, there's only one thing in the house that is gas, and I'm adamant that we can figure out what the hell the deal is. I guarantee you it's probably just a loose pipe from where they were, I mean, just jerking on those gas lines. Nonetheless, we're super late for the landscaping job, and we wasted our entire morning just to get rejected. Alrighty, it is 2:11 in the afternoon, and I'm looking like I have been in the field for reals. Gosh, I'm filthy. Dust storm out here, even though we had a shit ton of rain. We got the job done. Shout out to Damon. Damon was out there cutting trees down, busting ass. It was a little warm out here today, and we got it done. Man, they are logging over there. That wood's worth a lot of money too. They're clearing out some land over here. Looks like they're getting ready to build, and man, they got a whole 18-wheeler loaded up with trees. All right, so we got the landscape job done, and let me go ahead and share with you guys what happened over at the flip house in terms of trying to get the gas cut on. The gas was not able to be cut on today. I don't know if I'm sharing with you guys the original what I filmed. Needless to say, I was not happy about that. I got back to the flip house. Damon was there. I had to run to Lowe's to go grab some stuff for us out here on this job, and Damon hands me this, and these guys were getting ready to leave. This is an appliance shut-off notice warning. They wouldn't connect the gas because supposedly well, shit, according to what they wrote, there's possibly a gas leak. So what I didn't realize was they do a pressure test before they cut on the gas, and they said that the thing wasn't holding pressure. Now, Damon says that they went up into the attic and they checked up by the air handler, and they couldn't locate where this possible gas leak was at, so they assumed that it's under the house. Well, there's another assumption that could possibly be, I'm not even gonna mention that, but it's probably under the house. Now, prior to me leaving, I was watching these guys turn valves over there, and I mean, they were really yanking on this shit. We didn't have a gas leak prior. We had gas on over at this house for a long time, and there was never no gas leak. So I guess what I'm kind of trying to say is maybe they caused that gas leak, but who knows? The fact of the matter is, what I didn't want to really go, the reason why I'm filming this for the second time is because I snapped. You know, I'm not happy about that. I'm not proud that I snapped. That's a weak trait to just be snapping, but I did snap. I was pissed about this, you know, because these guys came over there, they're doing their job, and if there's a gas leak, of course they're not going to cut the gas on. So I was just mad about it. I was pretty rude to them. They fed right into it too. So whatever. Now we got to get a plumber out there, which we've already got that lined up. So I guess a plumber or an HVAC technician can do the pressure test and find out where the leak is at. I think we're gonna go check out where the leak is at maybe tomorrow and just see if we can find like a loose pipe or something like that, because I'm not trying to see this bill from a plumber or HVAC person, because I know it's probably gonna be pretty hefty. So maybe we can alleviate some of the price by finding where the issue is. Hey, it's right there. Just need you to do your pressure test and put some caulk on that. Anyways, what a day. Push mower blew up. It was hot. It was dusty. Probably came, probably slightly close to getting locked up, but my bad. I don't like when things don't go according to plan, and all you had to do was come up. You have one job, come turn on the gas. I knew these guys were going to be sticklers by the fact that, you know, they were in there doing like a freaking whole, well, one guy was brand new and the other guy didn't really care about nothing. But the guy that was brand new, for the love of God, this dude thought he was a rookie on training day, thought he was going to get some stripes on his arms today. If anything, at least we got the landscape work done, and we'll get the gas leak squared away. I wonder if it would be cheaper, you know, because at the first flip house we didn't have any gas. We took out all the gas. Anything that was gas, it was gone. The only thing gas here is the damn air handler, and I almost wondered to myself, what would be the cost of the swap out to make the air handler electric? Probably quite a bit more than just fixing this leak. All right, Tuesday's in the books. Share with you guys a little more tomorrow.